Just watching the whole thing come together. You know what I mean? Just, you know, every project is like a child. You know what I mean? And just watching the whole process come together, that was, you know, that was dope how it all came together, and just the different parts. Like I said, just watching the whole thing just grow, basically, from an idea, you know what I mean, to an actual piece of art. You know, everything starts with an idea, so, you know, you gotta just see it through.
Were you pleased overall with that project, and what was the response like when it dropped?
The response was crazy. Yeah, I was pleased with it. You know, it definitely did what I wanted it to do. You know what I mean? And I know I believe in Double XL magazine. It gave me like 4.5 stars on that album. You know what I mean? You know, it was received well because there wasn't nothing else out there like that at that time.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, you know, most albums now you might hear like maybe 2 or 3, possibly 4 joints on a whole album you fuck with. You know, and people was coming back to, you know, I was getting, you know, getting reports, you know, and just hearing people on the street, you know, people out of 18, people was down there fucking with the whole album, or at least 12 of them. You know what I mean? So, like I said, you know, most albums come out now, you might like 1 or 2 or 3 joints. You know, it all depends on how hard you rock with that artist. But the reception I got was very well, and I was grateful for that.
Going into that album, did you plan on making a series? How did Dime Piece 2 come about, and was it mainly to put on the MCs that maybe didn't get to make Dime Piece 1?
Hey, repeat that question again?
Yeah, 2019, you dropped Dime Piece 2. Going into the 1, did you know that Dime Piece was going to be a series, or did that just come about by you wanting to work with more MCs?
Yeah, no, it's going to be a 3-part series. You know what I mean? Yeah, I knew that. And actually, part 3 should be wrapped up when I finish this Talib Kweli shit. I also got an artist named Blake Moses. I'm trying to put him out this year. And another artist named Snooze Hero. Got a couple of things on deck, definitely. But the Dime Piece series, yeah, it's going to be a trinity, and then that's it. We over and done with.
How do you decide, once again, who's going to be on what track? You already produced the track, and then you got somebody in mind?
It's the same process. You know what I mean? I'm going to make the joints, and then just figure out who I feel will sign the best on what. You know what I mean? I got a joint with Mr. Cheeks on it. I got my man Bishop Lamont. I got a joint with my boys, the Jungle Brothers. You know what I mean? It's coming along. My man Torre. You know what I mean? I got a joint with my man Lil Jamal. You know what I mean? Formerly of Death Squad. Of course, I'm gonna have a joint with my man Sadat on there. I don't want to divulge too much, but it's gonna be just as tight as the first 2. Trust me.
Any other artists you're working on as far as a whole album, just a solo artist?
Right now, just a project with me and Talib Kweli. Yeah.
Is there any other artists or producers that Diamond D has not worked with and would like to work with in the future?
J. Cole. Yeah, I definitely would fuck with J. Cole. You know, he definitely sharp on the bars, and always rhyme about something, you know, not just the normal bullshit. But J. Cole, you know, he's definitely one. Kendrick Lamar, you know what I mean? I forgot my man's name, but shit. Those two. This young boy out of Harlem named Smooth, he's crazy nice. You know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna do some things with him. Yeah.
How does Diamond D know when it's time to drop new music?
It's always time to drop new music. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of your work ethic. You know, some people can put out 2 or 3 albums a year, and some won't. Like I said, you know, it's basically a feeling. There's no real time. You know, it's up to the individual. You know, I'm an independent artist, so you know, I pretty much put out shit when I want to, as opposed to being scheduled. You know, so you know, I have the luxury of that freedom.
Does Diamond feel that he's accomplished what he set out to do?
Yeah, I feel I did. You know, like when I started, I just, you know, I started off as a DJ. You know what I mean? Just, you know, getting into DJ contests and shit like that. You know, doing block parties when I was coming up. You know, and that led to me producing, and producing led to me picking up the microphone. You know what I mean? I won a Grammy, you know, for the people out there who strive to do that. So you know, I got a Grammy. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm still here doing my thing though. You know, I'm still writing the book.
How do you feel about the current state of hip hop?
I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, hip hop evolves. You know what I mean? Every generation is going to sound a little different. But what should hold it together is the lyricism. You know, it went from motherfuckers having something to say to, you know, cat, bat, hat, sat, mat.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, you know, everybody got a thing they into. You know what I mean? And, you know, like I said, I just like hardcore hip-hop, you know, dope bars, dope beats.
At this point, what do you feel your greatest achievement has been?
I mean, musically?
Yeah.
I would probably say, you know, winning that Grammy, you know, for working on our Fugees album. You know, that's not my dopest beat that I ever made. You know what I mean? But that would be my biggest achievement. You know what I mean? As far as accolades are concerned.
Do you feel you're your own worst critic?
Sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with pushing yourself. You know what I mean? But, you know, if something is right, I know it's right. But, yeah, it's definitely nothing wrong with pushing yourself. You know, because, you know, you could be in competition with other MCs, other producers, whatever you do in the game. You're a manager, you compete with another manager, whatever. But the biggest thing you should do is try to outdo yourself. You know what I mean? So that's what I strive to do.
What has been your favorite projects that you've worked on in the past all the way up till now?
Both of my Dime Piece 2 albums. You know, because, you know, it was all me.
Right.
You know, if the shit flopped, I would have took the heat. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, those two I would say brought me the most joy because, you know, like I say, I made it happen for nothing. You know, it was just a thought. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shouts out to my man DJ Big X in the ATL. Coalition DJs. He's the one who actually put the idea in my mind to even start to make an album like the Don piece. You know what I mean? Kid Capri gave me the name. We were shooting around names, and Kid was like, yo, you should just call it the Don piece, but spell it like D-I-A-M. You know, so I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to let that marinate, and I wound up running with it.
What's next for the DITC crew as a whole?
I don't know. Everybody's like, you know, doing their own thing. You know, I believe David Bars is next up out of the camp. You know, young bull from the Bronx. Y'all check him out on IG, David Bars. He's mad nice. So, you know, y'all look out for that.
I recently caught wind of a Big L documentary. Are you part of that at all?
No, I wasn't contacted for it. But, you know, I'm looking forward to it. And, you know, as long as Big L Moms is in on it, then, you know, then I'm happy with that. You know, as long as his estate is involved with it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
What else is Diamond D looking forward to in a year that's already been slowed down? Is there anything that that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to them getting back to normal, but I think it's just way too soon right now. You know what I mean? If I go outside, I'm going to the store to grab some essentials and shit like that. But I'm definitely not out here just bouncing around like shit is sweet out here. I think it's too soon for a lot of these states to be opening up. No, but I also understand a lot of people want to get back to work, get back to earning money, you know, things of that nature. And you know, it's just every day it's just touch and go. Yeah.
Do you have a timeline on Dime Piece 3? When can we expect something from that?
I could actually drop a single tomorrow if I wanted to, but I'm thinking about, you know, sometime like fall, between fall and winter. You know what I mean? 'Cause like I said, you know, aside from the Dime Piece 3, I want to try to get these other two projects out too. That's kind of been on the back burner, but I want to get these shits out. So, but to answer your question, possibly fall, early winter.
Cool. We're gonna get into a few fan questions before we get out of here. Ash wants to know: is there a female artist that you would like to work with?
Yeah, but I already did. Her name is Rhapsody.
Okay.
Yeah, Rhapsody. She's on the first Dime Piece album on a song called "Pump Your Brakes." Yeah.
What's Diamond D's greatest fear?
My greatest fear? That hip-hop will be taken over, you know, like the same way rock and roll was taken over. That's my greatest fear.
Plastic the Funky Mulatto wants to know, besides your own, which classic project do you wish you could have produced for?
Man, shit, it's hard to say. Which album, which classic project do I wish I could have produced for? Probably the Nas first album. Probably that Nas first album, definitely. A lot of legends on that album.
Whack MC wants to know, what is your favorite sample that you've used?
I mean, shit, Whack MC, that's kind of hard, fam. You know, it ain't no one. But I will tell you this: one of my favorite beats on the new album, the Dime Piece 2, is the joint called Got It Covered, featuring OC and a dealer. That's one of my favorite beats on that album. There is a sample in there I chopped up, but I hope that answers your question.
Illiquation wants to know any advice of how to shop beats to a specific artist.
Hit them on the gram and you know, plead your case. You know, some of us respond back, some of us don't. But having a shot is better than not having no shot at all. You know what I mean? So, and also you can post beats on your page and tag different MCs. You know, definitely. And if you are still sending beats out online, you should have your name ID through the track, running throughout the track. So this way, if somebody gonna just take your beat and not pay for it, they're gonna rhyme to it, but they're gonna be rhyming over your motherfucking ID. You know what I mean? So it's just a way to protect yourself if you haven't. Yeah, you're right. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. My man D just said that in the comments. That's true. But like I said, you know, when I was coming up, there wasn't on Instagram. You know, you had to get in the motherfucker's face or deal with their management. You know what I mean? But like I said, now, you know, if you posting beats on your page, that's a good way. And like I said, you can holler directly at anybody on Instagram. And you know, maybe they might holler back, but you won't know until you try.
The intelligent Mr. Vince wants to know: is there any other projects you and Erick Sermon did together?
Say it again. Say it again.
Was there any projects you and Erick Sermon did together?
Pardon me. Me and Eric worked on a song on my new album. And we just shot the video not too long ago. The video is going to be dropping soon. It's called The Three Kings, featuring myself, Erick Sermon, and Havoc from Mobb Deep. You know what I mean? And this is a big deal. All three of us are producers who spit. And this is definitely one of those tracks where I had an idea who I wanted on the track. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that I made that joint with Eric and Havoc, both of whom I respect as producers and lyricists. Yeah, I see you, Nick the Exotic. All right, go get that new Nick album too.
What up, Nick?
Yeah. All right.
Hip Hop Classic 77 wants to know: was there ever an opportunity for you to be on Illmatic?
You know what? I believe I did submit some joints. You know what I mean? But I didn't make the cut, evidently. But later on, maybe a few years after that, when Nas was working with the Trackmasters, I played something for Nas, and he really liked the shit a lot. But I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future.
iDoy78 wants to know: will you ever re-release your independent album Grown Man Talk on vinyl?
Yeah, I guess I should do it. I should. Somebody just wrote Nas is picky. I should do it. Yeah, I might look into that. Definitely release that. You know, and also I want to clear something up. Grown Man Talk was a mixtape. It wasn't an album. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely gonna think about pressing that up on vinyl, no doubt. That and the other mixtape, The Diamond Mine, both of them.
Is Diamond
niggas is getting on Nas in here about picking beats. Hey, yo, listen, it's all good because guess what? Illmatic still became what it needed to become. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's all love over here.
Is Diamond